Hi Aquarius, I hope that you're all doing well. What I'm seeing be going on in the pre-shuffle is that it looks like something is in the process of being worked out, something is in the process of being found out that is connected with, it can be a relationship that you have. Now, a relationship, like short, can be with a person, but this is going to come back actually to a relationship that you have with your values and what feels compatible with that. And I feel like we do talk about values a lot, but in every relationship it is something that comes up because it is relevant, whether it be with a job or it be with a person, it be within your relationship with yourself. We are starting off with 5 of Cups. Compatibility is always a big thing when we have 6 of Pentacles showing up, which is exactly what I was seeing. Six of Pentacles, the second card that's coming out. This is what I was seeing in the pre-shuffle. So when we have 5 of Cups, we can be feeling sad about the way that something is going, and we can be in the midst of processing. If you look at this card, you see this person is looking at these things that have fallen over and have not worked, and it's kind of like, I had hope for this and instead it went in a different direction. Like, obviously this is not doing what it's supposed to be doing, but this person's back is also turned on the 2 of Cups. So what they don't see is that when they turn around, they'll see that the 2 of Cups is actually there, and that's going to be compatible for them. Seeing that 6 of Pentacles there, this is like a relationship between you and something else, and having that 2 of Cups is like those things that actually work. But you can be focused on what's not working right now, and you can be missing something big that's going on here. The thing about 5 of Cups is that it can be helpful for us to a point, but when we stop living our lives because we've just paused at that place because we don't want to accept something, it keeps us from what we actually do want to experience. If this is what you want to experience and this is not what you wanted to experience, what you hoped for was going to be this, but it wasn't, why are we going to spend more time looking at this when you can have that experience that you want right there? This is what you don't want. This is what you do want. Why not focus on what you do want and like making that happen? But it can also be a time where we do have to come to terms, like, I had these expectations, things didn't live up to the expectations that I had, but now let me focus on where I can actually make that happen, because it seems like you have options here. So yeah, this can be classically, I thought that it was going to be 6 of Pentacles. I thought that something was going to be balanced. I thought that something was going to be reciprocal. I thought that something was going to be compatible, yet it did not meet that standard. There's a need for me to accept that so I can actualize my 6 of Pentacles. So I can actualize a situation that will actually be reciprocal in the way that I need it to. Okay, so now that that's over, there can be a period of acceptance that you're moving through. We can move towards opportunities where you can actually find what it is that you're looking for, but we have to understand this and we have to move forward. See how we have this 10 of Swords? 10 of Swords is about accepting that something has come full term so that you can move on from it and move forward towards opportunities that will actually allow you to experience the reciprocity that you want, the compatibility that you want. I'm also hearing the goals that you want. This will allow you to build what it is that you want. So rather than staying stuck within some type of cycle where it's like just disappointed over and over again, or like kind of reliving the same thing over and over again, it seems like when you're not the one that's going through this, it seems nonsensical, but I know that it's different when we're going through it personally. When we're in that moment of being like, but my hopes were so high, or like I really did believe, or like it was my best guess, I really thought that this was going to work, and then it doesn't. It does take time potentially to be moving through that. It is a process to move through that. what this was meant to show you, like what the purpose was this, because everything has a purpose if you look at it like that. The purpose of this was to tell you better about your values. It was to tell you better about what is compatible by being in a situation that was not compatible, something that was not fair, something that was not working, all to inform you of what will work and what to look for when you move forward, when you move in a direction forward. It will tell you how to better spot what you're actually looking for and what will satisfy this experience that you're looking to have, what will feel sustainable to you. That is the whole purpose of it. And that's where those feelings come from. The feelings aren't meant to keep you there so you can linger on it. The feelings are meant to inform you to take action, going in the direction of opportunities that will actually be compliant with what it is that you're looking for. And that's why it feels this way, because it's saying this is not in alignment. That's why you feel that way. But it's not meant for you to stay within that. It's just meant to inform you. And once we understand that, then we can release ourselves into the present moment. But there's a need to process that message. To inform you taking action. This is about gaining awareness of your values, gaining awareness that's connected with what's reciprocal, gaining awareness that's connected with what's compatible, so that you can have the type of chemistry with the things that you're involved with that you want to have. I wonder too if for some of you, you can be out of this situation and moving on to the next thing, but maybe this is just a review of what you were meant to understand from that chapter that you'd been in. I'm getting something about something not lining up. Maybe this isn't totally recognized yet. Like some of you can have not made a decision to end something or not, or there can be something that you're not fully seeing. Because I feel kind of like this is something technically that has happened, and so there's something here to be realized about it so that you can move forward. But I wonder too, for those of you that you haven't fully grasped what this is meaning to tell you, what that can mean is that if you're resistant to accepting what a situation is, something can happen and then you can go back into it just to end up here again, like until it clicks. So that can be something that does happen. There's no speed at which you need to move through this. And if it takes like 20 times to come back here until it clicks, it's like, it doesn't matter if it takes one time, it doesn't matter if it takes 20 times, it doesn't matter if it takes 100 times. At some point, there is potential for this to be recognized, like when you're ready to let go of anything that is not. And at that point, it will inform action that can be taken. So you can recognize where it is that you're going to find what you want and know that that's actually something possible for you in another situation, but not in this situation. And once that is recognized, then you're like, oh, the only way for me to get what I'm actually looking for, because that's a goal, right, is to go towards new opportunity. So then as soon as that's recognized, it's like not so much a choice anymore. You know, like the only way is to move forward through this. This is how you are setting things up. I'm seeing the Emperor come up. Emperor is about not wasting, for the sake of this spread here, it's about like not wasting our time doing things that are not yielding the results that we're going to feel happy with. Recognizing the value and the wisdom and understanding these messages and then making life choices based off of that. Because the Emperor is that part of us that's like, that's just business. This is just how these things work, and I'm able to look at this and recognize whether that fits for me or does not fit for me. That is the energy of the Emperor. Emperor isn't going to be like, I want it to work, I want it to work, I want it to work, but it's not working, so now I'm just going to stay here. The Emperor is that part of you that's like very wise and very much understanding what type of action needs to be taken. Also too, having King of Wands here, having the Sun, having the Emperor, this is all masculine energy. This is energy where we're meant to be initiating, we're meant to be taking action, so you don't have to sit here in your feelings reliving this same experience of being disappointed over and over again. Instead, you're releasing yourself from this situation, saying, I learned my lesson from this, of what information this was meant to give me. And now I move forward with that wisdom resonating within me because I've processed it and I understand better what it is that is going to fit into the place that I need it to fit into. And in that way, it's really not personal. It's just your understanding of how compatibility works, of how frequency compatibility works. Sometimes our disappointment can push off us accepting a situation for what it is, or us trying to be there, trying to understand it, or like maybe there's a way to make it work. It's like until we really do accept that, it can keep us stuck. And then it can reinforce this idea of us not getting what we want or not getting what we need, when really all we need to do is just move forward. And to scout out possibilities that really can grow into what we're looking to grow into, and recognize that that is possible. It's not like you've just run out of chances now. And this is also for the part of you that you want to make choices that you feel like are good investments, so then you have this feeling that like you're building solid structures within your life that are doing what you need them to be doing. Because when you're not doing that, you're going to feel like you're being taken for granted, or you're going to feel like you're not using your energy correctly. You're going to feel like you're not the one that's in control of the process, like life is just happening to you and you just have to grow accustomed to that, rather than taking matters into your own hands here, which is what's being suggested by all of this masculine energy that I'm seeing. The only place that feminine energy is needed here, which is about you becoming aware of something to understand it, is needing to understand about this so it can be broken down. What does that mean? Where are these feelings coming from? What is the message behind it? What is this meaning to tell you? What are these feelings meaning to tell you? It's meant to inform you about a current situation, or for those of you that you moved through this past experience that you had, that it was not compatible with your values. What exactly was not compatible with your values? Because we don't feel this for no reason. This is like, you have standards, okay? Something was not meeting your standards. So what does that tell you about what your standards are? So that you can end a situation where that's what you're feeling, and so you can move towards an opportunity that's going to be aligned. That's it. There's not anything bigger, there's not anything more, there's not anything where it's like you just need to get over it and stay within the situation. That's not what this is saying. Not with all this masculine energy here. Initiate the change that you want to experience. Fives are meant to have you feeling unsettled, so you do something about it to create change. Otherwise, you're going to stay feeling unsettled, like something won't feel right, and you won't be able to relax into the energy. What's hidden is the Fool. So what I'm seeing is that right now, unbeknownst to you, or maybe you even feel like you're starting to go in this direction, there's a big new adventure that you are going to be starting. This is going to be a huge new chapter. And it feels even like a clean break from this situation. I think too that when you get to the point where you have realized what you need to realize about this, like you've you've taken in and you've processed and you've understood exactly what the situation was meant to tell you, you can feel like I'm understanding what this was meant to tell me, and so I can move forward into the next cycle with a sense of optimism that I've learned what I needed to learn about this, and so I'm going to recognize when that next right opportunity is, and that's going to comply with what it is that I'm looking for. So whatever this is that you have realized moving through this, about your needs, about what's compatible with your values, in that awareness, it allows you to finally leave this in the dust because you don't need that cycle anymore. So that means like all of those feelings of conflict, all of those feelings of turmoil, all of those feelings that have still been being held onto, they can all be integrated. They're not going to be popping up for you anymore. And then you just move forward. Recognizing that everything that you needed to pick up on, everything that was meant to teach you, you have now learned and integrated, so you can apply it moving forward. And that gives a sense of hope. That like I'm not in a hopeless situation here. I know that this is informing me so I can learn better about what I need and recognize it moving forward. So this will allow me to grow that within my life, to go in that direction and build what it is that I want. And to allow myself to feel a sense of passion rather than disappointment. And this is something that will really light a fire underneath you. If you feel like there really is hope for you to actually like get what you're wanting here, which is very possible, it's going to allow you to be released from this so you can move forward and actually grab what that is, actually seize what that is. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.